Good morning. This is day 3 of my week in Charleston, and today I am starting off my day pretty chill. This is Catherine's backyard, which is awesome. Catherine, what I've noticed is that she pays so much attention to detail, and there's nothing that I need or want that's not there. So, for example, if I it's like, ooh, I kind of want a little bit of like a couch here. It's like right there. Ooh, I need a floss or a toothpick. It's right there. Some things that you'd think she wouldn't have, she has. So it's been awesome here. But the backyard also has a ton of nooks and crannies where you can sit and, have tea or sit and relax or do yoga or just tan in the sun. And I started my morning here for the most part. So today I originally had planned to go surfing, but woke up and felt like I wanted to do something more relaxed. So I stayed home and spent some time in the Word and listened to some worship music, and it was very nice to not have to feel like you always had to be intentional with your time or spend it wisely. And because I have a lot of time here, I didn't feel the sense of urgency to do everything all at once. That was nice. Here I am eating the leftover sandwich from yesterday's beach session, which wasn't too bad. It was nice. Sometimes food can be just for sustenance, but that's debatable. So yesterday, Tanner and I had a conversation about, those moments where you're kind of just blank, you're kind of just on autopilot. So, kind of like what I'm doing now, where you're not really thinking about anything. In this situation, I'm not really thinking about anything. I'm just existing. I'm just there. And it's not like existing in the sense that you're grounded and you feel like you're part of the world and you exist, you live. But rather it's kind of like you're just breathing. You're not really thinking about anything. You're void of thought or whatever. And I asked Tanner if he thinks that it's part of God's original design, if we were meant to feel that or experience that, and he said he thinks so. But I disagreed after thinking about it a little bit more. I just feel like God didn't make us to feel that at all. I wonder if we were meant to feel fullness and abundance and joy and to be aware of his presence and love and to be aware of his creation every single moment of our lives, every single second, and that the fall has broken that ability and that our heart isn't able to have that kind of capacity. But I don't know, just a thought I had. Here I am. I'm reading my mom's letter that she had written and left behind. She left New York on Saturday, but I didn't have a chance to read it until today. I love that my mom and I and my family just exchanges letters like this. I think we've gotten into a habit of leaving little notes behind when we leave. Every time I go back for the holidays, I tend to do that. It's very sweet. So I was there for a while, but the sun got a little too hot. And I did want to read. So I came out to the front porch, which is super shady and nice, and was able to get I think 1.5 chapters in of The Meaning of Marriage by Tim Keller. It's a book that Tanner and I are reading together, along with two of our elders in our church, or my church, apostles. And it's not something that we're reading formally with them, but they're reading it as well, so thought we'd follow along. Yeah, I got super, okay, I got so many bug bites. I was itching everywhere, and I couldn't stay there for more than 30 minutes. And Catherine was also blow drying, what's the word? Like blowing her leaves. So then I kind of went back inside and continued the reading inside. Here's Molly, my dog. Not my dog, sorry, her dog. And here's my 3 bug bites that I had gotten in 30 minutes. It's crazy, super itchy. But after chilling a little bit, I realized that I had to head out soon. So here I am putting on my makeup and getting ready for my tour. So I have booked a free walking tour from freewalkingtours.com. It's they have these in every major city, and it's tip based only. But I've always had really good experiences with that website, but today was the first time that maybe getting a guide that has good reviews might be nice. Gia was awesome. She was very well versed in history. She's such a history nerd, and you could tell that she has so much passion for just knowledge, and she just knows and has learned so many things. But what I realized with Gia is that because she's so interested in learning, I don't think she's aware of what we, as you know, just normal commoners who don't know that much history, want to know. So, as visitors of Charleston, we don't know, and coming from like a completely different city or a country, even, we don't know that much history about Charleston, even as a whole, and how it kind of has an impact in the United States as a whole. So, kind of like larger topics or more broad information would have been helpful. But Gia, I think, tend to lean on information that was really focused on things that she was interested in. So very like nitty gritty detail, like you know, I don't know. So it was interesting, but I still enjoyed it thoroughly. I did learn a lot, and it was interesting to kind of see Charleston from her perspective. What I'm showing here, which you cannot see, is that those bricks were laid in the 1600s, and children's who were also slaves, the children of slaves, were responsible for laying them in. And you could see their small handprints in the bricks, which is very sad, but also a huge part of the reality of how Charleston was really built and managed. Here you see a kind of like a fake porch, a fake door that leads to a porch, which in Charleston you call, or in South Carolina you call it a piazza, which is the Italian word for porch. Another door you see here that kind of leads to a piazza. And then you see these trees, which are, I don't know what they're called, but they're from Italy, and they're super expensive to maintain. And then here you see a 3.5. This is very common in, I don't know if it's South Carolina, but in Charleston, where you see houses that are 3.5 as the house number. So around 5 o'clock, I decided to do a happy hour hop. So what that is going to different bars and restaurants that have happy hour on the menu. And this is my first spot. I came here for oysters, but they don't no longer did oysters for happy hour. So I got a $5 oyster shooter, which clearly on my face you can tell was difficult to eat. Very sour, lots of lime and tequila. And then I got this $10 calamari steak with scallions, tomato, aioli, and bacon. And it was actually really, really good. You could see the thickness of the squid. It was like not even that chewy. It was like perfectly cooked and not overcooked. The second place is Burwell's. This is the best food happy hour menu I've ever seen in my entire life. There was $14 filet mignon, $3 fries, $3 beers. Amazing. The cocktail was awesome. This is Church and Union. Was recommended to me by my friend Natasha, and they had this awesome cocktail. It's like a gin gimlet, cucumber gin gimlet, $5.80. Amazing. And then this last place is just I think, dessert cafe. Awesome as well. I got a chai latte, which was perfect. And then I got just a regular cannoli, and it was awesome too. The ricotta in there was amazing. It was perfectly chilled, and even though I was so full, I ate the whole damn thing. But I also did get more bug bites. I got like 4 on my ankles because I was wearing my cropped jeans, and 2 on my left arm. So I hate mosquitoes. I think day 3 was awesome. I would say it was probably the best thus far, but not because of the things I did necessarily, but just how I felt. I feel like that as the days progress, I'm getting more and more comfortable with myself, more and more comfortable with the city, and being able to just enjoy myself, enjoy the company of kind of the city in a sense. I haven't made friends yet, but I don't know. I do feel like as I age, this concept of like becoming best friends with the first person you meet, I think is not that it's not enticing, it just doesn't happen. I need to think about that more, but that was nice. So here I am driving into the Airbnb again and gonna wrap up my day. I talked to Tanner today, and it was nice. And I got to talk to my mom, which was nice. So thank you for tuning in. Bye.